Dave, you got Tanner Scott back today. Do you foresee using him in the ninth inning, or is it a matchup situation?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, for me, matchup, but obviously I think that Tanner matches up with anyone. But I would say matchup based, but just certainly good to have him back.
How much easier does that make things for you, getting Tanner back today, Kirby tomorrow, to be able to work backwards?
It's great. Tanner says that he feels as good as he's felt all year. Kirby's excited to get back and expect him to, he feels good as well. So to get guys, our guys back is exciting. And yeah, it just kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off some other guys and allows us to slot guys in their rightful spots. And it's going to be a fun series, so to get those guys back is big.
Is there a different feel tonight than a week ago to facing these guys?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the only difference is, from our perspective, is we're playing here versus at home. This is a fun place to play a baseball game. Obviously, we ended up playing really well last week, kind of chasing those guys, and now we got a game lead. But as far as our overall mindset, I think we feel the same.
Tanner and Kirby, were they able to work on some stuff while on the IL? Did we get the results back in a place where you guys kind of envisioned them to be?
I think for both guys, there was a little health component for both guys, and then there was some mechanical things that Kirby worked through, Tanner worked through, both of them, yes.
Jay tells me that his song played left field down in OKC last night. How should we interpret that?
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, so I think obviously we know Haesong can play second base. We know he can play shortstop. So, just seeing him out in left field, I think that it just potentially just gives us a little bit more options.
How much of an emphasis do you have on trying to get more offense out of the field?
It's important. I mean, I think that whoever we put out there, we need production. So it's very important.
And when you get some more of these options back from the injured list, do we see different people in left field?
Well, we get Kike back next week. It'll probably be during that Red series. I think we'll see him in left field. So as guys come back, there's going to be opportunities. So obviously, whoever's out there tonight, Michael's out there, he has an opportunity. But we definitely need production out of that position.
Is there a chance that Teoscar could be out there, not necessarily just to improve the offense out there in left field?
You know what? I think it's like I said, last couple of days, I think it's certainly a great thought. It's something that is not a 0% chance of happening. I haven't approached Teo yet about it, but it's certainly something I've thought about.
Dave, you touched on it a little bit, but can you kind of keep real the mindset inside the clubhouse, facing this Padres team, knowing what's at stake in this particular series coming out here today?
Yeah, I just think that it's one of those things that it's nothing has changed as far as us kind of knowing how good of a ball club they are, what the stakes are. It's a division rival. The season is not going to be made or lost this weekend. But yeah, we just want to play good baseball. So I think that's kind of where our mindset is today and where it was last week.
We talked to Tommy about how he's hoping extra time on the IL will let his ankle calm down. Like, how optimistic are you guys that he'll get to place where he can be like another one of those outfield options when he does come back?
Very optimistic. I think kind of where we're at right now with the calendar, we really can't afford a setback because that could affect the postseason. So I think that, yeah, we're going to make sure that we err on the side of caution, and got to be able to play, the part of the value of Tommy is to be able to kick all over the field, and so the ankle shouldn't hamper that, and so we've got to make sure of that, and so it's but I feel very confident that that's going to happen.
Any residual soreness or limitations for Ohtani after getting hit the other day?
No, the swelling dissipated. He was in good spirits today. I know he's excited about being back in there, so no residual.
How much has it changed, like what you're able to do with the roster, not having Tommy? playing center and like the way he was before?
Well, I'll tell you, what it has done is given Alex Freeland a lot of opportunity, which has been good for him. But I just think the versatility that Tommy brings, it just kind of, we haven't had that. Yeah, I mean, the ability to play third where he was picking up Max Muncy at that point in time, to play second, to kick out to center field, the switch bat. So it's a big loss, but we're hanging in there.
What kind of confidence do you think Blake Snell has, knowing what he did last week and then being here, a guy who's going against his former team?
He's a confident player. He's one of the best in baseball. Certainly loves this kind of environment. Who wouldn't? And so it is a little bit of a chess match, though. You know, just seeing these guys recently, and same thing for you over there. So it's a little bit of a chess match. It's going to be a good one.
He was saying last.
What do you got?
Oh, sorry. I want to show him the picture. Is he okay to also start for the next picture for the week?
Shohei the pitcher is going to be just fine. Yes.
Do you know when he goes again?
I think it's. I'm not. So. What was yesterday? Thursday. So Tuesday, I think he goes on. Maybe Monday, I think.
Wednesday.
Sundays.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday would be his turn.
So there's not. So he's probably gonna go Wednesday, right? Yeah. You're getting way ahead of it for me. My mind's not there yet. That's okay.
Snell was saying last week that for as good as the results have been since he's come back, it feels like there's more he can kind of tap into. Like, what do you want to see out of him that kind of takes him to that next level of pitcher that he's shown at various times in his career?
Well, I think the great ones, they always have room to get better. I think for Blake, it's more of the fastball command. I thought the changeup was really good. I thought the curveball was good, and it's just kind of throwing the fastball where he wants it.
Is there anything to do with Brock Stewart?
Brock is he's getting better. I think he's going to be the last guy as far as our group of pitchers coming back. So, you know, you're probably talking second week of September, middle of September, something like that. He's playing light catch.
Do you have a target date for Kopech?
So yeah, he threw yesterday. So he's shortly after Kirby. So we don't have an exact date though.
Do you know how long Kit's going to be down in the OKC?
You know what? I don't. I would say probably playing a handful of games. So if you're talking about, he's not going to be with us next week for the Cincinnati series, and then, you know, so it'll be obviously shortly thereafter that. But I'm not sure exactly when.
Will he be all in left field, or were you guys?
No. I don't want to I just want him to, you know, playing left field is something he hasn't done in a while, so to get some repetitions there.
Jake, how difficult a place has Petco become for opposing teams to play?
It's, I mean, it's up there as far as one of the places I love to play and visit. And with that, the home field advantage, the fans, the noise, it's a great place to play. I'm sure they win more here than on the road, certainly because of the fan base. I mean, the skyline, the whole.
With all the steps that I've been doing so far, taking it slower than last time, just to make sure I'm not kind of irritating the tissue any further. But everything's been good so far. Just, you know, getting back out there and trying to go through all the baseball activities that I would potentially do on the field is something that I got to do and check out that box before I go out and play.
Before you went back on the IL, Dave kind of said like the outfield sort of irritated it more. What was it about the outfield that maybe irritated it more than playing in the infield?
I think a combination of you know, getting a few more steps in there, just like total volume of running during the game, and then more at top speed, and then just like the first step of having to push off and get to top speed as fast as I can. In the infield, you're more side to side, more lateral, so you're not necessarily getting to top speed, but more acceleration in the outfield.
Do you expect to get back to a place where you can handle like outfield stuff, or is that kind of depend on how the progress goes?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'll definitely kind of be checking that box off before I go out and play, making sure I'm able to handle center field.
In your mind, are you ready to play in a game by the end of the next week, middle week? What do you have as a target in your head?
Yeah,
It's tough to put an exact date on that. I just know that everything has gone according to plan so far. There's a few more steps that I got to go through, but the goal is early September sometime.
That's the way you've taken it a little slower. Like, does your ankle kind of feel different when you're building it up now, kind of compared to last time?
I think I'm just being a little bit more cautious and making sure I'm doing more of the, kind of. Not that I wasn't doing a lot of ankle rehab before, but even hitting it even harder. And I think the big difference this time around too was I gave it like a week of just kind of purely recovery to just let the tissue heal, and I think that helped out. Just gave it time to for the irritation to go down a little bit before I got into more of.
This is the biggest meeting Mookie Betts has had all week. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Hey, Mookie, there was an unverified report earlier this week that you, Doc, and Andrew had a meeting to discuss you going back to right field. What can you tell us about that, and can you set the record straight?
People are making stuff up. Somebody's in there just trying to be the first one to report a story of their own. So that's completely false. I go in there to talk to Doc. Me and Doc have like this mentor, father-son type relationship, and I talk to him all the time about my swing and how it's coming along and all, this, that, and the other. And so somebody in there was just kind of guessing and making stuff up. So whoever made that up, you need to be careful with what you're reporting, because I was in there talking about my swing and how it's coming along. So that has nothing to do with going back to right field.
How shocked were you when you started seeing that pop up all over and it wasn't even true?
Very shocked. I mean, it's, I understand reporters have to do their job, but I mean, you don't have to spread lies. You don't have to just make stuff up, especially I'm a very open and honest person. Just come talk to me and come ask me. I don't appreciate things being made up, but it kind of is what it is.